How's it going, everybody? Welcome to K6 Outdoors. Today we're going to install some new mirrors here on the Ranger. Now I did pick this kit up at my local dealer. I had a $50 coupon I needed to use, so it made the mirrors a little cheaper. But you can also order these online and have them shipped to your house, whatever makes it easier for you. Inside the box, it does come with the different templates. Unfortunately, you know, they came out of an HP printer and they weren't cut out, so we're gonna have to cut these out ourselves for the templates to line the holes up on the door. And because, you know, they're trying to save on paper, there's digital instructions where you scan the QR code and find them. I mean, they take the time to print out the templates, but they can't give you the one-page instructions, which, whatever, I get it, it's fine. So also inside the box here, again, pretty basic. You've got the mirrors from Polaris. There's other ones out there too. Again, there's no affiliation in this video. Flatlander Outdoors has some. There's some from Kemimoto you can buy. There's all sorts of different ones. Since I got that, you know, $50 off coupon, I'm like, well, I can justify spending the $110 on the OEM ones. Again, to each their own, but just my opinion in this situation. I like how these mirrors look, and you know, that's just me being me. You do have to do some hole drilling in this situation, so you can mount these. I don't love the idea of having to drill through a, you know, very expensive door, but with the templates, they should make it pretty easy. Let's be honest, on these Northstar models, they should just add them from the factory, but we'll leave that topic as is for today. And again, inside this kit, you'll have your spacers that go through the door, your outside mounting pieces, and your inside hardware. You've got the great templates that you have to cut out. Not great, but is what it is. I'll use every bit of my patience just trying to get these done. Got the mirrors themselves, which, woohoo, look at that. Nice and crystal clear. Polaris badging on the back. And again, it's a very basic kit. And let's be clear here. Just because it has a Polaris name on it does not mean it's made in the US. I think most people know this, but maybe not. A lot of their stuff is made in the Asian markets or in Mexico or places like that. And these mirrors are no different. If you look here at the front, made in China. You know, it's engineered by Polaris, but there's your part number you need for this. Long story short, we all know this is a global market. A lot of this stuff is just as good as Harbor Freight. And what I mean by that is Harbor Freight stuff is engineered in the US, made internationally. And a lot of the stuff is the same way for the Ranger or Polaris company. So again, nothing wrong with it. I think there's a place for it, and it's not gonna hurt anything. But the moral of the story here is that don't say Polaris is better because it's all made in the US, because it's not. And again, we'll align that outside template up here on the door, and then same from the inside, drill in here, drill out here, and mount them. I don't love the idea of drilling in an expensive door, but what do? You don't have a whole lot of options. And in the state of Iowa, you're legally supposed to have mirrors on your vehicle to drive on the road. They say mirrors, but they don't say what kind of mirrors. So you could argue you could have two mirrors inside the cab and none outside, but I'm not gonna try to play that game in case, you know, a cop or DNR pulls me over. So we're gonna go ahead and mount these on the outside. For one, it's not only more legal, but it's also safer, because let's be honest, if you can't see super well around you, you're trusting that others can see you. And well, let's be honest, in today's society, distracted driving is a massive problem. And I would much rather not have my entire family T-bone in this because they're not paying attention and I didn't see them. So again, added safety factor here. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna lose all of my patience that I have left cutting these templates out. And then by the time those are cut out, I'll probably screw the holes up on the door, and then I'll be really upset with how the day's going. That sounds about right. Let's get going. So after about 5 minutes of arts and crafts, I got these all cut out. Yep, my patience are gone. Anyway, I have these cut out. Just so you know, you scan that QR code on these, on that instruction, it'll show you what to do. But also on that, when you type in the actual part number, it will give you the option to reprint it. There's another template page. So in case you screw these up, you can, if you have a printer, you can go on there and reprint them out or put them on thicker paper. This paper kind of reminds me of that rapidly dissolving toilet paper. It's like how rapid are we talking here? Is he even gonna get the job done? But anyways, they're cut out good enough. We're gonna go use some masking tape and we're gonna attach them to the door here. Use a center punch to hit the drill points, and then we'll drill the holes out from the inside and the outside, put everything together and bolt it tight, and we should be good to go. Pretty quick, honestly. It's probably the hardest part is cutting these out, hopefully. We will go ahead and start on this left side. Really, it's pretty basic. You just line up the shape with the frame, tape it into place, and that's all it takes. It's really not a complicated system whatsoever. Again, it would be, and I know that it would be wrong of them, but they could add some pre-molded spots in here. I know it would make it cosmetically look not maybe as appealing, but I'd be curious to see how many of these end up with mirrors on them. Or again, just let's be honest with ourselves and let's make it to where it should be there from the factory. I say there from the factory, oh boy. Probably not gonna stick, so I've got silicone on the door. Great. I used that silicone off-road spray, and apparently masking tape does not like to stick to it. So they're gonna result to some clear Gorilla Tape. Just gotta be careful so we don't, it just needs to hold it on here for a few minutes. It's not even gonna want to barely stick either, but it'll probably work good enough for the moment in time. Nope, it doesn't stick either. Okay. You know, not thinking like 3 steps ahead, I had just cleaned this and sprayed some of that silicone spray on here, so the tape doesn't like to stick to it very well. So we're just gonna have to kind of be careful here, make sure we get it all lined up well. We're gonna quick mark those holes with a center punch and then move on here. All right, there are 2 marks there. All right, make sure that's lined up good. All right, we should be good to go there. Now we can put the inside one on, mark it. I will put some Amazon affiliate links down below to stuff like this, just so you guys know what I'm using. These work really well at marking holes. Door propulator, which is also known as a kid's little toy. And we're gonna mark this inside now. I did use a razor blade to cut that out, so we're gonna line that up on here. Tight against the door, and then over top of that hole. Just put some tape on there to hold that up there. I love how this is fitting. I think we need to adjust it in a little bit more. That looks better. Okay, now we can drill, we can do that same thing with the center punch on this side. All right. Now we can drill those 2 holes from the inside, then we'll match it up. We'll drill the 2 holes from the outside and install the mirror. We got our 1/8 inch, and I also need our 1/2 inch here. All right, both of those. Let's go ahead and drill the 1/8 inch holes through. This makes me nervous. All right. Do the same thing on the inside. Looks like they're across one another, so that's good. And we've got our 1/2 inch lined up with your pilot hole. right? Simple enough. So the same thing here on the inside. Well, they're straight from across one another, so that's good news. I'm going to do a quick deburr on these, and then we'll slide the hardware through. I've got a little handheld chamfer tool here, just to take that edge off. Don't need to do that, it's not in the instructions. It's just me and my anal retentivity from machining coming in. Just like things to be clean with no burrs. At least as good as possible anyways. Now it shows putting these spacers through one by one. You got that outside bracket plate on this side with your 2 bolts to the door. I'm just gonna try to slide these through, and then we'll connect the bracket from the outside. I think it's like something about 109 inch-pounds that you actually use to put these bolts into the brackets on the mirrors. I have to use a small mallet to get these in, or just ream the holes out a little bit. They fit pretty tight, which is probably, there we go. Got it started in there. Just got to kind of, I'm guessing they don't want them, you know, wallered out, because then that's going to be like kind of a loose fit in the door, which you don't want either. So I'm using the bolt through the spacer to help line it and give me some leverage, and I can push on the inside to help align this up. Again, you probably could waller these out a little bit to get the fit better, but I also would like it to be a nice tight fit if I can. You know what I'm saying? All right, so from the inside, you're gonna have this bracket with these 2 bolts going through to the outside, like so. And again, when we tighten that down, it should pull it tight to the door here. And then this is gonna go on with the mirror on the outside. I'll show you that here in a second. So like I was just mentioning, this piece slides up in the mirror. See the bolts are on top. Slides up, sorry, the nuts are on top. That goes up into here, and then you'll tighten it to 106 inch-pounds, and it will be installed. Let me get an Allen wrench for these. It looks like a 5mm fits best. I'll go ahead and tighten these from the inside here. All right, so it's on. Looks nice, looks real nice. And I didn't screw it up. That's always good. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the torque wrench out, torque these down the inside to the right specification. So it only took me about probably 30 minutes to actually install them once I got everything out. Probably been quicker if I wasn't watching TV in between, but hey. Quick, easy install, honestly. It's a little nerve-wracking cutting that plastic on the doors, but as long as you line the templates up, everything seems to work out just fine. And you do end up with these extra bolts left over because these are for the mid-size model where they have the little plugs in the door for you to install the actual mirrors themselves. Now that screw down here below is how you can adjust your how tight this mirror is. And again, you need it to be tight enough so it doesn't move, but not too tight where if in case you hit something, this doesn't fold in. It's a safety so you don't break things. These look great. Let's take this outside quick. Take a look at how they function in use. Really like how you can see behind yourself here. Let's go outside and drive around just a bit. Wow, I can see quite a bit. I love it. Where's the remote? Close the door, it's cold, it's cold. Close, close, close. Might have to tilt this one back just a little bit. Different viewing angles, but you can see quite a bit better over there and quite down alongside the side-by-side. It's nice. There is an adjustment screw under them. All right, I like that a little bit better. Beautiful. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. Hope you guys found it informative and helpful. Again, the Polaris mirrors aren't the cheapest in the world, but I'll tell you what, they look nice, they're functional, and you know, if you get one of them fancy coupons for registering your VIN number take advantage of it. It ends up only costing about $120 after taxes. A little bit more than that depending upon where you live. But anyway, it's a nice little add-on here to add a little safety. And it'd be nice if Polaris would just add them from the factory, but I also understand that not everybody wants them anyways. So thanks for stopping in today, guys. Greatly appreciate you all. Take care of one another, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Man, this is weird being able to see behind me. Not used to it. Much, much better.